The world can be a terrifying place when a storm descends. It's a symphony of chaos, where the sky weeps and the wind howls its mournful song. On nights like these, the city holds its breath, its vibrant life retreating behind closed doors, seeking shelter, seeking warmth. We wrap ourselves in comfort, listening to the rain as a distant, harmless melody. But for some, there is no shelter. For the small, the lost, the forgotten, the storm is not a song. It is a monster, a cold, relentless force that washes away all sense of safety, leaving only the biting chill of vulnerability. It's in these moments, when the world seems to have turned its back, that the true measure of compassion is found. Not in the grand gestures, but in the small, quiet acts of noticing, in the decision to stop, to look closer. And there, in the heart of the tempest, a life no bigger than a fallen leaf. She is so small, so utterly, heartbreakingly small. A fragile speck against the vast, indifferent blacktop, painted with the fleeting colors of traffic lights that offer no warmth. Every drop of rain that falls is a hammer blow, stealing what little heat remains in her tiny frame. The world, a blur of distorted lights and monstrous shadows, rushes past. She is invisible, a secret the storm keeps, alone in the storm. The sound is overwhelming, a constant roar that drowns out the frantic beating of her own heart. Each rumble of thunder feels like the sky is tearing itself apart. Each flash of lightning reveals a world of sharp edges and terrifying emptiness. There is no mother's call, no scent of home, no familiar warmth. There is only the cold, the wet, and the crushing weight of solitude. Fear fills the dark. It is a primal, suffocating presence. It's in the air she breathes, in the water that clings to her fur, in the trembling of her own muscles. In this moment, her entire universe has shrunk to this single, terrifying point in time and space, a desperate fight for survival against an enemy she cannot see or understand. Hope is a forgotten language, but then a change. The roaring world softens. The blur of passing lights resolves into a single, steady presence. A shadow falls, not with menace, but with the promise of shelter. A hand finds her, a hand that doesn't strike, a hand that doesn't threaten. It is a bridge from one world to another, from the cold, harsh reality of the storm to the possibility of something more. Easy now. The touch is impossibly gentle, a silent promise whispered through skin and fur. It says, "I see you. You are not invisible." For the first time in what feels like an eternity, a warmth that is not her own begins to seep through the cold. It's a foreign sensation, this deliberate kindness. A flicker of trust in the face of overwhelming fear. You are safe. The words are a feeling, not a sound. Safety is the curve of these hands, the shield they form against the relentless rain. The world outside still rages, but here, in this small, protected space, the storm begins to lose its power. The shivering continues, but it is no longer the tremor of fear alone. It is the body's desperate attempt to reclaim the life the cold has tried to steal. We go home. Home. A word she doesn't know, a concept she can't comprehend. But she can feel the change. The roar of the storm is muffled, replaced by the gentle hum of an engine and the soft rhythm of the wipers. The journey is a passage through a dream, away from the nightmare of the street. Every mile marker passed is another step away from the darkness. Warmth returns. It's a slow, creeping miracle. First in the tips of her ears, then along her spine, a gentle tide pushing back the icy grip of the night. The soft, dry towel wicks away the chilling dampness, a stark contrast to the cold, unyielding pavement. This is a new kind of world, one made of soft textures and gentle heat. Breathing calms. The frantic, shallow gasps begin to deepen. Inhale. Exhale. A steady, quiet rhythm takes over, a testament to the body's incredible will to live. The world is no longer a threat. The darkness is no longer filled with fear, but with a profound, bone-deep exhaustion. The fight is over. Now the recovery can begin. Sleep, little one. Sleep and let the healing happen. Let the warmth knit you back together. Let the quiet restore your spirit. Here, in this safe harbor, you can finally let go. The storm is just a memory now, a distant echo that can no longer touch you. But survival requires more than just warmth. It requires strength. And strength, for one so small, comes in tiny, measured doses. A promise in every drop. This is not just milk, it is life. It is energy to fight infection, to rebuild what was broken, to fuel the tiny furnace of her heart. At first, she is hesitant, the instinct to trust, still fragile. But the instinct to live is stronger. We stay all night, a silent, watchful vigil. Every 2 hours, the ritual repeats. A gentle waking, the offering of warmth and nourishment. It is a pact made in the quiet hours of the morning, a commitment to see this through, to honor the life that was so nearly lost. Morning brings answers. The first light of dawn breaks, clean and hopeful, washing the world anew. The storm is gone, leaving behind a quiet, glistening city. But the battle is not yet won. Kindness can heal the spirit, but the body has its own wounds, its own story to tell. And so we seek the wisdom of those who can read its silent language. The clinical chill of the room is a stark contrast to the warmth of the night, a necessary step on the path to wellness. Here, hope will be measured, weighed, and given a name. Strong spirit, small body. The examination is gentle, thorough. A stethoscope, cold at first, listens to the rhythm of her resilient heart. Hands probe carefully, searching for injuries the darkness concealed. She is weighed, her temperature taken. She is a collection of data, of vital signs, of clinical observations. But she is also more than that. She is a fighter. The vet's voice is calm, a steady anchor in a sea of uncertainty. Dehydrated, malnourished, but unbroken. We begin to heal. The diagnosis is a roadmap. The treatment, a promise. With medicine to fight infection and a plan for careful nutrition, the path forward becomes clear. The healing is not just physical. It is in the quiet confidence that grows with every gentle touch, every soft word. The fear that once defined her existence begins to recede, replaced by a budding curiosity. The world is no longer just a source of terror, but a place of new sounds, new smells, and new sensations. Hold on. The journey back to strength is measured in millimeters, in grams, in moments of quiet triumph. The first time she grips a branch, her claws finding purchase, it is a monumental victory. Her muscles, once weak and trembling, begin to remember their purpose. This is rehabilitation. It is the slow, patient work of rebuilding not just a body, but an instinct. It is learning the language of her own kind, a language almost silenced by the storm, step by step. Each movement is a rediscovery. The balance, the coordination, the innate grace that is her birthright. What was once a struggle for survival is now a dance of recovery. She explores her small world with a growing sense of purpose, testing her limits, pushing her boundaries. The memory of the cold, wet pavement fades, replaced by the rough, solid feel of bark beneath her paws. Then, the sun. Not the pale, watery light of the day after the storm, but a true, golden, life-giving sun. It spills into the room, painting everything with warmth and hope. She lifts her face to it, feeling its heat on her fur, a sensation that feels both brand new and anciently familiar. Light changes everything. It chases away the last of the shadows, not just from the corners of the room, but from the corners of her spirit. In its glow, she is transformed. No longer the drenched, shivering creature from the roadside, but a being of light and life, her coat shining, her eyes bright with a future that was almost stolen. Hope takes root. It grows quietly, steadily, nurtured by every meal, every peaceful nap, every moment of gentle encouragement. It manifests as a newfound stillness, a sense of belonging. The constant anxiety is gone, replaced by a calm assurance. She is no longer just surviving, she is beginning to thrive. Curious. With strength comes curiosity. The world is a vast and fascinating place, and she wants to know all of it. Every rustle of a leaf, every shadow on the wall, every new object is an invitation to explore. Her personality, once buried under layers of fear, begins to emerge. She is playful, she is inquisitive, she is fully, vibrantly alive, stronger. You can see it in the way she moves, the way she holds herself. The fragility is gone, replaced by a wiry, resilient strength. Her muscles are lean and capable. Her grip is firm. She is a testament to the power of a single act of kindness and the indomitable will of a living creature to heal. Braver. The noises that once terrified her are now just part of the background symphony. She meets new experiences not with a flinch, but with an open and inquisitive spirit. The fear has been replaced by a quiet confidence, a bravery forged in the heart of a storm and tempered by the gentle hand of compassion. Connected. The bond is now unbreakable. A silent understanding exists between the rescued and the rescuer. It is a relationship built on trust, nurtured in the darkest hours, and solidified in the light of a new day. She no longer sees a giant, but a protector, a friend, a source of safety and love. From rain to radiance. Her journey is a transformation. From a desperate, rain-soaked creature, lost and alone, to a radiant being full of life and promise. She is a living embodiment of resilience, a symbol of how even the most fragile life can flourish when given a chance. From fear to freedom. The ultimate goal of rescue is not possession, but liberation. The freedom to live the life she was meant to live. Whether that freedom is found in a loving forever home or a return to a safe and protected wild, it is the final, most important gift. It is the culmination of this entire journey. This is her second chance, a life reclaimed from the edge of oblivion. It started with a single choice, the choice to stop, to care, to act. It is a powerful reminder that one person can change the entire world for one small soul. Her story is not just about survival. It is about the profound, life-altering power of hope. Every life is precious. Every act of kindness matters. Share hope.